In our campaign, the family does not sign up. But as you can see, my family's embraced it. From my wife, my kids, my mom and dad, my grandmother who's sitting at the front, my sister, my brother-in-law. So I want to thank everyone. And for all of y'all tonight, supporters and friends, thank y'all for coming out. So let's get to the real deal. I gave this speech for the first time in February before the St. Martin Parish Council. And I'll tell y'all, I was so nervous. But tonight I'm not nervous because since then, the momentum we've gotten, the phone calls we've gotten, the signs we put out, it just gives us more fire to keep going. So tonight I'm not nervous, I'm emotional because of that man in the tan jacket right there. Why I want to be city court judge, like I told the parish council, I think the Breaux City Court judge is the most unique judgeship we have here in St. Martin Parish. It's the only judgeship that I know I could be in the community with the people that I want to help. New Iberia and St. Mary Parish are great places, but it's not my community. It's not where my family lives. That's why I want to run for Breaux City Court. And my grandmother told me to not say and I could hear myself saying it. When we talk about experience, I did it again, guys. 9 years I've been practicing attorney. I've practiced civil, I've practiced criminal, I've represented juveniles in court. I've done everything from personal injury, family law, successions, civil litigation, felony criminal defense, misdemeanor criminal defense, you name it, I could do it. And I'm confident that every case that goes through Breaux City Court, I could do it. And I have done it. And if I haven't, I promise you we're gonna figure it out. We moved my practice to Breaux Bridge for this reason, because I wanted to be here, I wanted to be in the community. Practicing in St. Martin Parish wasn't enough. I wanted to be a fixture. I wanted people to see my office. I wanted everyone to know how invested I am in this community. Since 2018, I've represented St. Martin Parish government. And since January 2024, I've been the parish attorney representing parish government, the administration, the parish council, and every board that comes with parish government. And let me tell you, when you represent a government body, that is way more fierce than any courtroom you're ever going to sit in. And I think some of the people here will know that. Going to those meetings is being in the court times 10. So far this year, I've attended 171 court appearances. In 2025, I attended 276 court appearances. I practiced in 38 parishes out of Louisiana, 64. And I've attended and represented 59 meetings for government bodies here in St. Martin Parish. And I hope to continue to do that. I hope to double those court appearances if that's possible. I love being in the courtroom, and that's what the Breaux City Court judge needs to do. They need to have been in the courtroom. When I go, we watch these judges. So one who I see looking at me right now, I've watched them. I've watched how they do it. I've watched the other lawyers. That's how you know how to be a judge. Sitting behind your desk is not going to do anything to become a judge. I've served as a contract attorney for Shea Hope for the Louisiana Coalition of Domestic Violence. For judicial experience, I've been serving as the Town of Henderson's Magistrate Court Judge, adjudicating traffic matters, municipal ordinances, very similar to what the Breaux City Court is going to hear. I've also served as a hearing officer for St. Martin Parish government for nuisance properties, determining code violations. Before I was an attorney, I had the pleasure of serving the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office for 9 years. While working there, I worked patrol, I worked narcotics, I worked in the office, I was a reserve sergeant. Every arrest warrant, search warrant, arrest affidavit that the Breaux City Court judge is going to have to review and sign and approve, I've personally written those when I was a sheriff's deputy. I've walked the streets of Ward 4 working as a sheriff's deputy. I'm confident to say every street I've walked. I know the problems, I know the jurisdiction, I know the territory, and I know what the people want. Handle hundreds of calls for service as the sheriff's office, many arrests, many affidavits, many just sit down and visit with the people in Ward 4. In 2011, when Durio flooded, I was there evacuating people as a sheriff's deputy. In 2012, when Hurricane Isaac hit, I was working as a sheriff's deputy in Ward 4 in the midst of the hurricane. In 2013, when the tornadoes hit Grand Point in Ward 4, I was there working as a sheriff's deputy. And lastly, in 2016, when we had that terrible flooding in the Cypress Island area and Prairie Highway area, I spent a week patrolling that area, helping the people, working early mornings, working late nights. When I'm looking at my wife, when we had a 1-week-old son at home. And then I drove to school every night, where I went to Southern to go to law school, because I wanted to work during the day. I wanted to be a sheriff's deputy. I wanted to be here, and I wanted to be here in Ward 4. Southern University didn't teach me how to practice law, got me a law degree, passed the bar, magna cum laude, law review, published articles for the law review twice. But practicing law, being in the courtroom, my first week out as an attorney, I was in the courtroom. And I've been to courtrooms from Franklin Parish, Louisiana, and I practiced all the way down to Orleans Parish, Louisiana. I've spent my whole life. All right, is that better? Yeah. We'll have many more events, many more appearances in the community. I've been here. I've been in the community. My office is here. I've coached baseball, football, t-ball, soccer, basketball. I see some of my students, I guess we can call them students, out here in the audience, and they'll tell you I'm the fiercest one on the sideline. I've served the St. Bernard Foundation Board. I've served the Athletics Committee. I'm here. Again, I'm here in Ward 4. I live in Ward 4. My kids, 2 of them go to school here in Ward 4. Me and my wife have chosen to raise our family here in Ward 4. I've served as the Vice President of the Texas Bar Association. I'm a delegate for the Louisiana State Bar Association, representing lawyers in Louisiana, policymaking arm of the Louisiana Bar. I've been the president of the Community Coordinated Response Team for Shea Hope. And I could go on and tell y'all what I've done in this community. And last, while y'all all here, City Court, what I want to do in City Court. City Court, we have a juvenile court, and I think that juvenile court needs help. The people here in the community, it starts with family, it starts with juveniles. We need to revamp this court. We need to flip it upside down. When I get finished with it, the only thing that's going to be the same is the color of the carpet. We are going to revamp it. Criminal court, there's a criminal jurisdiction. I've public defended, felony, misdemeanor, 300 criminal files at a time. I've done private criminal. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna be a fair and impartial judge, because everybody running for judge should tell you that. You shouldn't have to say it. Civil, the jurisdictional limit is $35,000 for Breaux Bridge City Court. It's the same since 1975 when that court was established. $35,000 then is not what $35,000 is today. We need to move that up to $100,000. We need to get more cases. We need to let the civil court pay for that court. That court does not need to be a burden to you guys, the taxpayers that are here tonight. If we do all those things, we'll push more cases. We'll do more. This is a part-time judgeship that gets paid like a full-time judge. There's no reason the judge should be working 3 days a month. We need to make that court work. We need to make it benefit the city of Breaux Bridge, Ward 4, and everyone who uses it. I've told everyone, I've given my law practice. I've given my family, my blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm going to give it to Breaux Bridge City Court if I get there. Thank you, Cole. Again, thank y'all all for coming. I did not fathom the people who'd be here tonight. Thank everyone for coming. I appreciate it. If I didn't shake your hand, I want to. It got a little tied up at the door. And thank you all for coming. And remember, we have to get a family man with family values that's here for the community on the bench in Breaux Bridge City Court. And thank you all for coming.
Yeah.